Morning. We've not done this for a while. Well, I have. In fact, I do it every day. It's just you and I have not done this. Not been to the park for a little while. And the truth of the matter is, I don't actually have time to sit down and upload a full video today and sit in the cave. It's a busy, busy day. So, double dogging today, as I'm sure a lot of you are doing on such a fine day. And I just thought I would address the issue of the transfer budget and us not having anything to spend. Now, I get it, I really do. It's a bit of a worry. I'm not allowing myself to worry just yet for reasons that I've already explained. It's the European Championships. There's not a lot of buying and selling been done. Even the deals that are supposed to have been done, like Sancho and Grealish, have not actually been done. Actually, I'm not walking that way. Look at the state of that. I'm not walking in that. I think we'll go round. So I understand why West Ham haven't really done any deals yet. Yes, Leicester did Patson Daka and all that sort of thing, but there's not a lot. If it gets to the end of the Championship, and we're nearly there, and we're a week or two after that, then I will start to think, hold on, what's going on there? But I don't believe these rumours that Moyes has nothing to spend, and I'll give you my reasoning why. He was in a massive position of strength. He was in a place whereby whatever he said would have gone. And I mean just before he signed his contract. I'm talking about Moyes, obviously. Everton were interested. Everton were massively interested. They were in for him. If David Moyes really wanted to, he could have had that Everton job. But he didn't. And I can't imagine, from that position of strength, that he would have contractually tied himself down to a situation whereby he had no money to spend. I just don't believe it. Take the Sebastian Haller thing, for instance. Okay, so here's the narrative of that. West Ham sell Sebastian Haller. We have about 20 million left over. Bad deal, obviously. Lost a lot of money, but we have 20 odd million for a striker. David Moyes saves it. Says he's going to save that for the summer. Now, one of a number of things is true. Okay, either it's the truth, or it's a lie, and either David Moyes has been lied to, or there is no money and David Moyes is sort of playing along with it to sort of hoodwink and dupe the fans. I just don't believe the last one to be true. So what about this? What about, are the owners lying to David Moyes? Are they saying there's money there but they're not going to give him any? I just don't believe he'd sign up to that. I really don't. At this point where his stock had risen so much that he hadn't signed a contract, he's got the backroom staff and everything's there and in place, and Everton are calling. He's in a position at that point, oh crikey, it's really boggy. If I'm going to turn around, that is not... I'm not going... Sorry. You thought you were going that way, you're not, you're going back this way. My feet are already wet. He was in a position where he could have done what he wanted, he could have left. I'd be gobsmacked if he didn't say, at that point, what's the transfer budget? What have I got to spend? And he would have negotiated it and it would have been nailed down. Now, if they then don't give that to him, I think it's another matter, but I think he's within his rights to walk away, and I think he probably could do. And I'd imagine there's something inserted into the contract that will allow him to do that. And it wouldn't just be them doing it with him. I mean, it would be Stuart Pearce, it'd be Kevin Nolan. The whole thing would just go to pot. It really would. So, and I just don't believe it. So I think there is money to spend. I also think, why would you appoint a new recruitment strategy and a new head of recruitment, a new director? I don't know. Listen, I don't know what the composition of this new construct is. What's Irvine's part in it? What's is the head of recruitment different from the director of football? I don't know. I don't really know. This is the point. But why would you do all of that and employ Jose Moyes Jr. to a role of recruitment and to basically, I think he's acting as a mediator for the agents, because that is where his history lies, in being in the agency work. Why would you do all that if you're not going to buy any players? I just don't see it. So I think players are on the horizon. Let's hope they actually, we get closer to the horizon. They don't just stay on the horizon. Which brings us to Youssef En-Nesyri. Now, we've spoken about him a few times before. Sorry, the dogs they keep on crossing over and walking in front of my feet. They're not the most intelligent dogs in the world. I've got to be honest with you. Well, one of them is, right, where is it? She is, that's Bubbles, that's Baggins. He's quite dumb, actually. Anyway, he can't understand, he's so dumb he can't understand me saying that he's dumb. So Youssef En-Nesyri, we were still chasing him. Now I understand it. He's good. He's Moyes' #1 target. I've discussed this before. He's saying no. He wants a top club. Now, look, as much as we all love West Ham, we are not a top club. He's talking Champions League, isn't he? He's talking, you know what he's talking. He's talking Juventus. He's talking Real Madrid. It's things like that. He's hot property. As somebody pointed out in one of the comments on a recent video when I spoke about him, Sevilla are in the Champions League. It's actually a climb down to come to West Ham. And much of a shame as it is, and I do think he would massively improve us. So here's to stay stagnant. Say stagnant's a bad word, but to stay as we are, we've got to keep Declan Rice and sign Jesse Lingard. That's just to stay at the level we were already at. So what can we do to improve ourselves? Well, those two get retained and we sign a really good striker. So as the dip in form and the dip in points, when Antonio's not there, is not a factor. We have somebody else. I'd say the same with central midfield as well. But we know this. Would he do that? Would he elevate us significantly? Yes, he would, because he's all round, he's dynamic, he's the type of striker that we want. You look at others like Yaremchuk. Would he propel us? Does he overly improve us? I'm not entirely sure. Is it possible that when Yaremchuk, if he signed, we would see a similar level of performance to Sebastian Haller? I think that's a possibility, right? So I think if we're going to do it and we get the striker, it's got to be a good one. So I totally understand aiming high. I really do get it. But sometimes if someone says no, it's no. It's just no. You don't go back and ask, well, actually, that's not true. That's not true. My girlfriend said no. And I asked her again and again, and she said yes. So I'm not suggesting you stalk. Don't stalk people and do that. But anyway, in footballers, I think, if they say yes, great. If they say I'm undecided, then try and convince them. If you're constantly getting a message that's saying no, then it's a no, right? It's a no. So I do sort of understand it. Hopefully we've realigned our targets. Hopefully we've sort of reassessed. And I just hope that actually we're in a position now where the whole world doesn't know our football. That sounds painful. It is a rather big sort of adventure playground thing. It's sort of, I'm not nasty. It's not. I'm not going over to help out. There are other people over there, and an air ambulance on the way probably. No, they're fine. They're probably fine. I think someone's just fallen off a slide. And they should be at school anyway, shouldn't they? Anyway, what's going on? Look, I just hope that our list is secretive, that we don't know, that actually there is somebody sort of that slipped under the radar. But I am confident we got money. I am confident it's something that we'll do. Actually, no, that's wrong. I'm confident we got money, but I'm not confident we'll necessarily get a deal over the line. This is not a time for dither and Dave. I hope the targets are already established. I hope we get the Euros over and done with, and I hope we use this new wonderful construct of a way of recruiting players, and I hope we use it to its full effect, basically, so as we can actually get some of these deals over the line. Anyway, that's it. That's a walk in the park for me. Bit of dogging as well. Enjoy the rest of your day. West Ham are playing today. There's a friendly against. So either Dundee or Dundee United. Same thing, isn't it? I believe the stream is on at 1 o'clock. I think if you go to Dundee or Dundee United's website, actually you have to go to the right one. It's probably not on the other one. I think it's a £5 to watch it. In all honesty, well, number one, I'm too busy today. Number two, West Ham's pre-season starts for me when England's season stops. So it's all about the England at the moment. Really looking forward to Sunday. Yeah, do you know what? It's just a bit of a shame it's a school night and then sort of night time as well, because everyone's staying up. And I say school night, I do hope that they let all the kids. I heard a rumour that they were going to let schools start at 10 o'clock on a Monday. I hope they do that sort of stuff, because everyone's going to want to stay up. Massive occasion, really good. In fact, I'm doing a preview with Gio a little bit later on today, so stay tuned. Actually, don't stay tuned, I've been waiting for a long time. Retune for that. That's over on the main channel. So very nicely cut pitch today. I played cricket once, I was crap at it. Anyway, there you go. And I was knackered. You wouldn't think you'd be knackered just standing around, but I'll tell you what, running after that ball, knackering stuff. Anyway, thanks for joining me. I'll catch up with you. I'll catch up with you later for the preview, and back on here tomorrow for, probably won't walk around in the park, probably be back in the shed.